Hey gang, this is Vicki Kelly with the Golden Rule Trades. I like to talk on the weekends about things that go beyond the charts and graphs. And so today we are going to talk about the fact that trading is not entertainment. One of the barriers that can hold us back is the way we see our trading. Now, I'm sure nobody walks into trading thinking, oh, this is going to be entertaining. This is something that's usually a little more below the surface that you have to unearth before you figure out that that's what you're looking for it to do in your life. Let me give you a story. I know I've shared with you before, but it shows exactly what I mean. I was talking with my nephew earlier this summer, and they had been at a casino, and he was voicing his frustrations because his approach was completely different than his wife's. And he wanted to have a good time and hopefully make some money. So he would play blackjack. And when he would get the amount of money that he was hoping to get, maybe it was $200 or $300. And by the time he got that, he'd take the money, put it in his pocket, or chips and put it in their pocket. And he'd get up from the table and walk away. Everybody'd be upset because they wanted him to keep playing. But he's like, nope, had a good time. Thank you very much. But I've made the money I want to make. And he walked away. He was frustrated because his wife was there for a completely different reason. She wanted to have a good time too, but she wanted to have a good time for as long as possible on the money that she brought. And that means that almost 10 out of 10 times she was going to walk out of the casino without any money because her goal was not to walk out with money. It was to have a good time for as long as possible. And that meant just continuing to play as long as she had money in her pocket. And he was frustrated by that. And so I explained to him how this is very much like trading, because if you come at trading with the wrong approach, if you come because you're bored and you like, oh, I'm going to take this trade just because I need something to do, then you're looking for it to do something it was never intended to do. You're looking for it to be entertainment. You're looking for it to alleviate your boredom. You're looking for it to give you a sense of self-worth, all of these things that it was never intended to do. And we talk a lot about how discipline is key. And when even in the live trading room, we talk about this a lot. What are the rules? If you can't write them down, you don't have them. So, do you have rules? What are they? Can you write them on the back of a napkin? And then, secondly, do you stick to your rules? Because the answer to these questions will absolutely make a difference in whether or not you're going to be able to do trading for the long term. If you approach it the way my niece did, was, oh, I got this money. I'm going to have fun learning. I'm going to have fun doing this and see how long it lasts. Then you're going to walk away from trading the way she does, away from the casino, having had a good time, but no money in your pocket. But if you approach it like my nephew did, of here's how much I have to spend, here's how much I have to risk, and this is when I walk away with my profit in my pocket so that I can come back another day. If you approach it like he does, then you are much more likely to be able to trade for the long term. Now, next week, Tuesday, we are having a live webinar where I will show you exactly what my rules are. What are the setups? When do you look for them? What are the entries? What are the exits? What are the stop losses? I'll talk about the system that I've created that give you those rules so that you don't have to come up with them for yourself. The big thing that you have to do is practice them and stick to them. And that's a difficult enough job when you get in the middle of everything and you want to take your profits too quick, or it's starting to go against you, so you panic and you get out. Those are all of the things that we get to practice together in the live room, because that is the harder part of the job. To be able to learn the rules is one thing, to be able to stick to them is completely different. And that's why we practice, 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 because we want to get good at learning what the system is. But we have to be even better at sticking to the system so that we can do this for the long term. And that's why we've named our webinar, Why Most Traders Stay Stuck. and how to break out with one simple system. I'm going to link to the registration below. That way you can join us live. If you have any questions, we'll do the Q&A as well. And also, you will be able to get the replay if you register, if you can't make it, Tuesday, 7 p.m. for the live webinar, or you'll get the registration, or I'm sorry, you'll get the replay if you register. So stay safe out there and good luck trading.